Hi, Segura. I've been thinking a little bit more about the on-topic structure. So I just have some brainstorms that may or may not be useful to you, but we'll see. Obviously, I still have the older version, not the newer one you're working on, but I just kind of want to show you some things that I thought would be useful. So in paragraph U, just like we talked about yesterday, maybe having lines, very faint lines to distinguish the paragraphs might be good, although I do kind of see them now. I think the eye really has to be trained. And if we had lines between the paragraphs, faint lines, it might make the eye train a little bit quicker on it. I also propose that if you click on a word, it not only shows the words on the left-hand side, but it also highlights the entire column so that your eye can more easily see. Because I don't know about most eyes, but if I click on digestion here, right, and I just kind of look down, my eye kind of wanders and I just don't see the column exactly. So to actually put a highlight down the entire column so I can read down the column, I think would be very useful. The other thing I want to say is that while we have a notion of global, what should we say, attention or dominance or whatever, based upon these different algorithms of clustering or span and coverage, I propose that we also have a notion of paragraph dominance, which could be defined maybe as a parameter that the user could set in the preferences file. Since no word appears here at this level unless it appears twice, what my nominations for dominance would be that a word is dominant in a paragraph if it occurs, let's say, 3 times, okay? But you could change that minimum. But that way, we could not only see the green, but we would have maybe a different color if a word had paragraph dominance. I think that would be very helpful in helping to localize. So for example, here, the word in this paragraph down here, treatment, it occurs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in this paragraph. So you can bet your bottom dollar that this paragraph is really talking about treatments of cystic fibrosis. So I would recommend having then treatment here be a different color, maybe pink or black or something like that. So we would have a color green for the global dominance and a color pink or yellow or brown or whatever for local dominance within a paragraph. And so that when you went to paragraph U, in the new way, we would not only see a green here if one of these words was globally dominant, but we would also see the pink or the brown for a word that was locally dominant within the paragraph. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think that would be helpful to me. The other thing I would say is that if we have a notion of local dominance as well as global dominance, what I would suggest is we create a 4th folder called schematic. And that schematic would be a schematic view, a very simplified view of the text, where you would have boxes that go from left to right. Each box would be a paragraph, and maybe an arrow between the boxes. And each box would contain a global green concept if that paragraph contained a green concept, and then any locally dominant concepts within that paragraph. So you could actually see the progression from left to right of just the words that had global or local dominance. Because as you say, one of the reasons why this view is way too complicated, it includes every word that occurs even twice. And that's useful, but it's simply too congested. So a schematic folder would just allow you to look at the progression of the text from left to right, paragraph by paragraph boxes, with just the global and locally dominant words within those boxes. I think that would be the simplification that we might be looking for. All right, that's all I've got to say now.